Good day, everyone. I'm here to discuss the process of learning as part of our subject Foundation of Education. But before we start our presentation, here is the objective of the topics. First, familiarization and a different definition of learning. Next, determine the different process of learning and differentiate each process of learning. What is learning? Learning is the acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, study, or being taught. It is also defined as relatively permanent changes in the behavior, skills, and knowledge or attitude resulting from the identifiable psychological and social experiences. There are six interactive components of learning process: attention, memory, language, processing and organizing, graph motor or writing, and higher order thinking. Paying attention during the class when teacher is discussing or during the lecture is very important. For the memory, it is the capability of one's to acquire something that has been taught. Identifying the language to be used during discussion is very important also. It is the key to everyone's understandings. You can't use the language if the student cannot understand. They will not able to acquire the learnings that you want to share with them, since they cannot understand your language. This process interact not only with each other, but also with emotions, classrooms, climate, behavior, social skills, teachers, and family. There are five theories of learning: the behaviorism, cognitive, constructivism, humanism, and connectivism. Behaviorism is a perspective on learning that focuses on the change in individuals' observable behaviors, changes in what people say or do. Behaviorism. Teachers use behaviorism to show students how they should react and respond to certain stimuli. This needs to be done in a repetitive way to regularly remind the student what behavior a teacher is looking for. For example of behaviorism, it is when the teachers reward their class or a certain student in a party or special treat at the end of the week for having a good behavior throughout the class. The same concept is also being used with punishment, that the teacher can take away the certain privileges of the student if they misbehave. Behavioral theories of learning can be operant conditioning, classical conditioning, or law of effect. Operant conditioning focuses on how the consequences of the behavior affect the behavior over time. So, ito na po yung example ko kanina. And then, for classical conditioning is a type of learning that happens unconsciously. When you learn through the classical conditioning, an automatic conditioned responses is paired with a specific stimulus. This creates a behavior. For the law of the effect, those are behavior responses that were most closely followed by satisfying results were most likely to become established patterns and to occur again in the response of a certain stimulus. Cognitive learning. The cognitive process involves obtaining information, processing it, and storing it in the memory to be accessed again. Now, for the example of cognitivism, inside the classroom, uh, cognitivism emerges via an interactive activities that starts the thinking of the potential of the students. For example, when the students receive a thought-provoking question, it guides their brains to look deeper into the present knowledge to find solutions or answers to the problem. Cognition is similar to learning because it's acquiring knowledge through direct experiences. The steps involved in cognitive processing includes attention, languages, memory, and perception. There are 6 types of cognitive process. Remember. Remember is having or able to bring to one's mind an awareness of someone or something that has been seen, known, or experienced in the past. Understand. To become aware of the conscious of something. Come to realize or understand. Apply is being applicable or relevant. Analyze. Examine methodically and in detail the constitution or structures. For the evaluate, this means to judge or calculate the quality, the importance, amount, or the value of something. And create, to bring something into its existence. For other theories of learning, constructivism. Constructivism is a perspective of learning that focuses on how the student actively creates or constructs knowledge out of their experience. Example, constructivist classroom focus on the student question and interest. They'll build on what students already know. They focus on interactive learning and are student-centered. Teachers have a dialogue with the student to help them construct their own knowledge that they have to negotiate, and the student work primarily in the group. From the constructivism, it is a theory that says the learners construct knowledge rather than just passively take in information. As people experience the world and reflect upon those experiences, they build their own representations and incorporate new information into their pre-existing knowledge. Other theories of learning is the humanism. Humanism is humanistic learning is a student-centered, so students are encouraged to take control of their education. They make choices that can be ranged from daily activities to their future goals. And lastly, connectivism. It is relatively new learning theory that suggests students to combine thoughts, theories, and general information in a useful manner. Example of connectivism, it provides opportunities for the student to make choices about their learning. Connectivism promotes group collaboration and discussion, allowing for different viewpoints and perspectives to aid problem solving, decision making, and making senses of information. So that's end our presentation. But let us some sort of something to remember from Lev Vygotsky. So he believed that when a child or novice is learning a new skill or solving a problem, he or she can perform a better if accompanied and helped by an expert than in performing alone. So, thank you very much for listening and watching. Until next class po. Thank you!